Hello, I'm Kate, and in this video I'm going to show you a really simple beginner's vinyl project using your Cricut machine. So I'm going to make a vinyl sticker to personalise this water bottle. Let's start by opening Design Space. So I've clicked New Project to take me to a nice blank canvas here. You can create your own project from scratch, or you can use one of the pre-designed projects that's already on Design Space. But today we're going to design our own. So I'm going to take the cursor over and click on Text over here on the Insert menu. And I'm just going to type in the letter F like that, and it will appear on screen for me. I can use my cursor to drag it up to the top of the screen just so that I can see it a little bit more clearly, and I can also change the size so that it becomes the size that I would like. Another way to change the size more precisely is to highlight the F, and up here in the Edit menu you can choose what width or height you would like by just typing those in. So I know that I would like my letter F to be 3 inches tall, so I'm just going to click on the 3, hit return, and then my F will change to exactly 3 inches tall. The next thing to do is change the F to a font that's a little bit more interesting. So I've got the F highlighted by clicking on it. I'm going to take my cursor up to this drop down menu by font on the Edit menu, click the drop down, and then you have loads and loads of different fonts to choose from. I know the name of the font that I would like to use is called Alstoria. So up here in the search fonts bar on the top right, I'm just going to type in Alstoria, and then there we go. Before I finish typing, the font that I would like comes up. So I'm going to click it and my F will change into the font that I've chosen. Oh, we can see now that the size has changed. So again, with the F highlighted, I'm going to go up to this size option on the Edit menu at the top, click in a number 3, and then my F is back to the size that I would like it. Now we're good to make it. So I'm going to click on the Make It button over here on the top right hand corner, and that will take us to the Mats preview page. Everything's looking good. So I'm going to click on Continue on the bottom right hand corner, and now my Design Space is going to hook up with my machine. So as long as your machine is turned on, it should appear up here in this menu. If you're having trouble, you could always hardwire your machine in if you have that option, or turn your machine off and on again if it takes a little while. The next step is to choose which material you're going to be cutting your letter out of. So I'm using holographic vinyl today. I'm going to click on Browse All Materials over here, click to this drop down to select vinyl, and then you can see all the vinyl options come up. I'm using premium vinyl holographic, so I'm going to select that version and then click Done down here. Number 2 tells us what we need to do with our machine, so nothing in clamp A, fine point blade in clamp B, and then we can load our mat and press the flashing load button. So I have cut a piece of holographic vinyl to the size that I know will work for my letter F. The next step is to peel the protective sheet off my mat. Then I can take my piece of vinyl and attach it onto my mat in the top left-hand corner. The brayer here is a really handy tool just to make sure that you've got a nice firm stick with no air bubbles in it. Next job is to load the mat into your machine. So line it up, push it in under those 2 white clips either side, and then you can press the flashing arrow button. You can press the flashing arrow button again once the machine has finished cutting to unload your mat. And then it's time to remove your cut to final sticker from the mat. The best way to do this is turn your mat over and peel the mat back off your vinyl. That way you won't bend your vinyl and it won't get distorted at all. I'm going to use this weeding tool here to remove the parts of the vinyl sticker that I don't need, otherwise known as weeding. So you hook under a piece of the vinyl in the corner, which is not on your design, and then gently peel it back to reveal your cut design on the carrier sheet. There we go. Now our sticker is ready to attach onto the water bottle. So I've cut a piece of transfer tape that's just larger than my design. The next step is to peel the back off the transfer tape. Make sure you keep that backing piece handy though, because you can reuse transfer tape lots of times, so you'll need that again in a moment. I'm going to place the transfer tape on top of my design using my scraper tool here to make sure it's firmly attached. There is a grid printed on the transfer tape, so if you've got straight lines on your design, it's a really good idea to make sure they line up nice and neatly with the lines of the grid. I'm going to turn my design over, and using this scraper tool, I'm going to burnish over the back of design, so rub on it nice and firmly to make sure that my vinyl is attached to the transfer tape. Next step is to peel off the backing with your vinyl attached to the transfer tape. So if you gently peel it back at a 45-degree angle, you may find if your vinyl lifts up that you need to push it back down and have another go of burnishing. You may also find that this tool is quite helpful to help you pull back the transfer tape. So what I quite often do, especially if I've got a fiddly project, is I hold the scraper tool on my design and then pull the backing back with my scraper tool. And what that does is it pushes my design down as I am removing the backing. Okay, so my sticker is now ready to attach onto the water bottle. Because this water bottle could roll around a little bit, I'm just going to get two things, whatever you can find is fine, and just pop them either side. A cloth would work well to stop your water bottle from rolling around. And then take my sticker and carefully press it down onto the water bottle. You can use the grid lines of the transfer tape to help you line everything up. Gently push it down from the centre outwards with my fingers first, and then you can take your trusty scraper tool once again and burnish over your design just to make sure that it's firmly attached onto the water bottle. This also serves to remove any air bubbles that might be there. Once you're done, you can gently peel back the transfer tape again, remembering to pull at a 45-degree angle. Pop your transfer tape back on the backing to save it for another project. And there we go, a lovely personalised water bottle. Remember to leave it for 24 hours before you wash it, but otherwise it's good to go. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Please remember to watch our other videos for lots more ideas of what to make with your Cricut machine.